God's message, written in His voice, every word spoken to you with deep emotion and urgency. Topic: Your mother, who is in heaven, has been trying to contact you since yesterday. She wants to tell you that. Watch this video the moment. My precious child, I need you to listen to me without distraction. Right now, this moment is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is chosen. It is for you. There has been a soft, desperate cry coming from heaven since yesterday. Your mother, the woman who once held your hands in hers, who prayed silently over you while you slept, who knew your heart before you could even speak, she has been trying to reach you. And I, the Lord your God, have heard her. I have seen her spirit move with urgency, with a love that refuses to rest until you know what she's been carrying inside her heavenly heart. Yes, your mother. She has something important to tell you, and she is not at peace until you receive it. She has been looking for a way to speak to you, not through dreams alone, not through the old photographs you sometimes stare at while fighting back tears, but through this message, right now. She came to my side yesterday, and her words were trembling with love and urgency. Please, she said, please, let my child know. I don't want to leave this unsaid any longer. And so, I sent my angels to prepare this moment for you. You may have felt it already. The strange stillness in your chest, a warmth near your shoulder, a sense that someone invisible was trying to get your attention. You may have even whispered her name yesterday without knowing why. That was her. That was me nudging you. You didn't imagine it. She was closer than you realized, and she still is. She's been walking through heaven holding on to one message, repeating it not to herself but to me. My child needs to hear this before it's too late. Listen, my child, this is not a coincidence. Heaven doesn't work on chances. I brought you here because this moment was predestined. If you are hearing my voice now, it's because you were meant to. Everything you've been through, the silence, the wait, the questions, it's all been leading to this moment. Before you continue, pause for 1 second and click the subscribe button. Not just because this is a video, but because this space is a channel for heaven's voice to reach your heart. Stay connected. I'll keep speaking, I promise. Now let me tell you exactly what she's been trying to say. She wants you to stop blaming yourself. Yes, that, she knows. She knows what you hold inside. The guilt, the regrets, the I wish I could have said this, the I wish I had hugged her more, the why didn't I call that day. She sees it all, and she wants you to know she has forgiven everything. Every silence, every tear you hid, every moment you didn't know what to say. She doesn't remember you with anger. She remembers you with love. She watches over you not with judgment, but with pride. When you cry now, she whispers, "That's still my baby." When you fall, she runs to me and begs, "Help my child get up again." And when you smile, even if it's rare these days, she smiles too from heaven. But my dear one, there's something even deeper, something she hasn't said before, something you're about to hear for the first time. She said, "Tell my child that I saw everything they never told me." Yes, she saw it. She knows now how many nights you prayed for her in silence. She knows about the times you stood alone and pretended to be strong so no one would worry. She knows about the days you missed her so much that your heart ached and you couldn't explain why. She saw every flower you looked at and thought of her, every candle you lit in your heart, even if not on an altar. And this next part, I want you to breathe slowly and let it go into your soul like soft rain. She wants you to stop carrying pain that heaven has already erased. She says to you now, through me, you don't need to keep punishing yourself for the past that we already healed in heaven. I have spoken to God. I have seen the truth. You were always trying, even when you felt like you weren't doing enough. She wants you to heal now. Not someday, not later, now. Because, my child, something is about to happen in your life, something she's been praying over from the other side. She's been speaking about it to the angels. There is a miracle forming, a surprise, a breakthrough, a release, and she doesn't want you to miss it because your heart is still tied to grief. She wants you to welcome this new thing with both hands open. And here's something else you didn't know. She saw what happened last week. Yes, that situation, the one you felt alone in, the one you cried over but told no one. She saw it and she came straight to me. "My child is suffering. Please hold them close," she said. And I did. That's why you suddenly felt peace that night. That was her prayer moving faster than lightning, delivered straight into my hands. My child, if you are still here, if you are still listening, then you are exactly where I want you to be. Don't click away. Don't look for another answer. This is the message your mother has been trying to reach you with since yesterday, because something is opening now. Something is shifting. Your life is about to move in a new direction, and she wants to be part of it. She wants her love to wrap around you like it used to, not just in memory but in power. You may not hear her voice with your ears, but you'll feel her voice in your choices. You'll sense her when you say yes to the right things, when you walk away from the wrong places, when you step into a new beginning without knowing exactly why it feels right. That's her. She's guiding you still. Now hear this. Your name has been spoken in heaven's courts, not just once but multiple times, because your mother has been praying for your next chapter, and something extraordinary is coming, something she's been asking me for on your behalf. She wants you to finally feel peace again. She wants you to rest, to breathe, to smile without guilt, to live without waiting for something bad to happen. She told me if you could give my child one thing this year, let it be joy. Let it be freedom. Let it be a sign so clear that they finally believe they are not forgotten. So I'm sending the sign through this message, through me, through her. You are not forgotten. You have never been forgotten. And one last thing before you go, your mother said, if my child watches this video, let them know I held them yesterday in their dreams. I kissed their forehead. I whispered, You are still my greatest joy. You didn't dream that. That wasn't imagination. That was her, allowed by me for just a moment to reach you. So now it's your turn. Speak to her right now. Say what you've been holding in. You don't need fancy words, just tell her what's in your heart. I'll deliver it, I promise. And if you felt even one word in your soul, if your heart beat a little faster, if tears came without warning, it means this message was for you. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. Don't ignore it, and don't forget to subscribe, because these messages are not random. They are sent when heaven is trying to reach you again. The next message may hold your next answer, and I will keep speaking because I love you. She loves you. Heaven has never stopped loving you. Keep watching, because the next message will change everything. And my child, don't move away just yet. Stay right here with me. There is more that needs to be said, more that she wants you to understand before you return to the noise of the world. This moment is sacred, and heaven has been waiting for you to pause, to listen, to open your spirit like a window that hasn't been touched in years. You've been walking around carrying silent storms in your heart, haven't you? You've smiled in public while secretly praying for something, anything, that would feel like a sign. And now that sign is here. This is not a dream. This is not a coincidence. This message is not one of many. It is the one she's been waiting for you to receive. She said to me yesterday, her voice trembling with the gentleness of a mother who's never stopped loving, "My child is tired. My child is wondering if I can still hear them. Tell them I've heard every word they ever whispered to me, even after I left the earth." She wants you to know that she is still part of your life, not as a shadow, not as a memory, but as a presence, a real presence. She sees you standing in front of your closet sometimes, holding on to something that belonged to her. She sees you listening to that old song that reminds you of her. She sees you smile when someone unknowingly uses a phrase she used to say. And she wants you to understand these are not just coincidences. These are her touches. These are her ways of wrapping her love around you again and again in a world where her hands cannot reach, but her soul still can. She asked me to remind you that the love between a mother and child doesn't end at death. It transcends it. That's the kind of love I created. Eternal, indestructible, and sacred. And because you were born of that love, you carry part of her within you still. Look in the mirror the next time you feel lost. You will see her eyes in yours, her kindness in the way you speak to others, her strength in the way you keep going even when no one sees how hard it is. She is not gone, she is transformed. She is glorified, and she is speaking now through me. Please, child, she says again, please don't let your heart close up. Please don't harden it to love just because you've been hurt. I didn't raise you to stop believing. I raised you to rise again. And here's something she revealed to me that she never got to say while she was with you. I was always proud of you, even in your mistakes, even when you couldn't see what I saw. I never once gave up on you, and I still haven't. She says that the next chapter of your life is waiting to bloom, but it needs you to let go of the fear that came from losing her. You didn't lose her. You gained a guardian in heaven who never sleeps, who never stops praying, who never stops cheering for you from realms unseen. She asked me to bring this message to you not just to give you comfort, but to prepare you, because something is coming. A turn in your path, a divine setup, and she is involved in it. Yes, even now, even after all this time, you've been walking towards something without knowing it, and her spirit has been walking right beside you, whispering to me to open the right doors, to close the wrong ones, to protect you from what you can't yet see. That delay you've been facing, she knows about it. That moment of silence that felt unbearable, she covered you with her prayers during it. That sudden opportunity that came out of nowhere, she asked for it. And I listened because I love her and I love you, and I honor the bond you share. So now I ask you, child, can you forgive yourself the way she already has? Can you start living not as if something beautiful has ended, but as if something sacred is continuing? Because it is. She is not your past. She is part of your future. She will show up in the gentle way a breeze moves across your face. She will appear in dreams when you least expect it. She will wrap herself around your choices until you begin to trust again. And she has one last message, one that she whispered over and over until I wrote it into the sky. Tell my child I love them. Tell my child I never left. Tell them that when they are strong, I am proud, but when they are weak, I am still proud. Tell them I chose them before the world knew their name, and I still would. Child, you may be crying now, or you may just be silent, but heaven sees what's stirring inside you. You're awakening, you're remembering, you're reconnecting with a love that death could not erase. That is why this message came to you. That is why it wouldn't let you scroll past. That is why you're still here, still listening, still feeling this sacred pull in your chest. Because this isn't the end of something, it's the continuation. It's the healing. It's the miracle your heart was begging for when no one else heard. But I did, and so did she. And now it's here, right now, in this moment. Your mother has spoken. I have delivered her heart. And you, my beloved child, are not alone. You never were. You never will be. Watch this again anytime your heart forgets, and stay close, because she and I were not finished. Not yet, not ever. And as you sit with these words, as you let them move softly through your chest and settle deep inside your soul, I want you to know something that goes beyond anything you've ever been told. Your God allowed this moment not just for comfort, but for transformation, because your mother, in her heavenly form, is still doing what she always did best, loving you without limits, protecting you without needing to be seen, and fighting for your happiness in ways you may never fully understand on this side of eternity. She has walked through light, stood before me with eyes full of tears and pleaded not for herself but for you. She didn't ask for riches or recognition. She asked for peace for your soul. She said, God, let my child breathe again without the weight. Let them smile without guilt. Let them feel me, even though I am no longer on earth. And I told her I will. And this message became the answer to her prayer. That ache in your heart she once soothed with her presence, she now soothes with her spirit. That silence you sometimes fear, she now fills with holy whispers only your soul can hear. And the heaviness you carry on anniversaries, on quiet nights, on days where you wish she could see you now, she does see you. Not only does she see you, she celebrates you. She stands beside angels and says, that one, that's my child. Look at the strength. Look at the beauty. Look at the light I always knew was inside them. So, my beloved, do not believe the lie that you are alone. Do not let the enemy tell you that your pain has no purpose. Your tears have watered the ground for something sacred. Your heartbreak has become holy territory where miracles are about to grow. And she, your mother, has never stopped being a part of it. Every breakthrough, every victory, every quiet step forward, she sees it all. And when you stumble, she doesn't flinch. She leans in closer. She says to me, I know them. They won't stay down for long. And she's right, because you are her child and you are mine. And that combination is powerful beyond anything this world can define. Do not run from this moment. Do not click away and pretend your heart wasn't touched. Let yourself feel this. Let the healing begin. You don't have to carry what you've been carrying anymore. The regrets, the memories that sting, the words you never got to say them now. She hears you. I hear you. Heaven is not deaf to your pain. Heaven leans closer when you whisper her name. And even though she's not here in the body, her spirit is wrapped around yours like a prayer that never ends. She walks with you. She waits with you. And she will meet you again one day when it is time. Not as a stranger, but as the same mother whose love has never changed, only deepened. So, my dear one, from this day forward, I want you to begin again, not because she's gone, but because she's still with you in a different way. Let her love carry you into your next chapter. Let her voice be the reason you rise each morning with hope. Let her presence remind you that you come from love and you are still surrounded by it, even now, especially now. And know this, she is proud of you, so proud of how you keep trying, of how you love others, of how you've grown, of how you made it through storms that no one even saw. She sees all of it, and she stands beside me and says, that's my baby. So let her voice echo inside you whenever doubt comes. Let her strength become yours when the road gets hard. And let this message be the start of something new, a release, a revelation, a reminder that heaven is not far and love never dies. You are loved, you are remembered, and you are never, ever alone. Keep this with you, my child. Watch this again when the days feel heavy and remember, She's been trying to contact you since yesterday, and today you finally heard her. And now that you've heard, everything is about to change. Let it. Let it all begin in love, in peace, in faith now. And now that your heart has opened, even a little, now that your spirit is listening instead of running, I want to pour into you the truth that has waited patiently behind every tear you've cried, every sigh you've released into your pillow at night, every moment you stared at the sky and wondered if she could see you. Yes, she can. And more than see you, she is speaking life into your future every moment from heaven, not in a whisper of farewell, but in a promise of continuation. She has been walking through the gardens of eternity with your name on her lips, telling the angels stories about you, remembering the smallest details. The way you used to smile when you were little, the way you used to come running into her arms when the world felt too big, the way you used to say her name like it was your only safe place. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Einstein's brain power secret. Einstein didn't share all his findings with the public. A team of scientists were recently scouring through his private diary, and what they found startled them. Have a look at this. This is a page from Einstein's private diary. According to their reports, this page describes Einstein's 10-second ritual that was responsible for his brain power. He used it to come up with his greatest theories and solve complex problems, which ultimately led to his Nobel Prize. And you can do it at home right now. Ever since this leaked to the public, people have been reporting staggering results. Some picked up languages like French and Italian. Others picked up skills like chess. But what they all had in common is that they increased their brain power by a staggering 86.4%. You can do it at home right now. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of Try Einstein's 10-second ritual for immense brain power. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. And even though the physical world has shifted, even though you've walked through seasons where her absence felt like a hole you couldn't climb out of, she's been there. You don't have to believe it with your mind. Just let your soul remember, because your soul knows her. Your soul has always known her presence, even when the world told you to move on or be strong. She doesn't want you to move on. She wants you to move forward with her memory, her love, her wisdom flowing through your choices, your dreams, your future. She told me to remind you that you still carry her in the sound of your voice, in the shape of your laughter, in the way your eyes soften when you care deeply for someone, because all of that came from her. And my child, this is not just comfort for your heart, it's activation. Something is shifting in the spiritual realm because you chose to stay with this message. You didn't skip. You didn't scroll past. You stayed. And heaven noticed. I noticed. She noticed. This is why she has been trying to contact you. She didn't want another day to go by without this connection, without this release, without this divine moment of recognition between you and heaven. So many times you wondered if she left too soon. So many times you questioned if you could have done more, said more, held her hand longer. But she told me, "Tell my child they did everything they were meant to do. Tell them I was ready. Tell them I left knowing love because they gave it to me, even in the silence, even in the pain. You didn't fail her. You honored her. And even now, you are honoring her just by being here, just by listening, just by letting this truth come close. She wants you to stop holding your breath when life feels uncertain. She wants you to start living fully again, not out of obligation, but out of love, because that's what she always wanted for you. Not survival, but joy. Not just getting through the day, but feeling it, celebrating it, owning it. And if you knew how close she really is, if you could feel what I feel when I see her near you, you would weep with joy instead of sadness. She is not far. She is closer than ever. And now that this message has entered your life, you will begin to see signs, not random ones, but personal ones, sacred ones. You'll hear her laugh in places you least expect. You'll feel her presence when you're about to give up. And you'll remember this moment, this holy conversation, as the day things shifted inside you, the day you knew you were still loved by the one who gave you life and by the one who gave you breath. And together we will walk you into everything she's been praying for. This is not the end, it's the beginning. Let your heart stay open. Let your soul rise. Let this be the day you started healing. Let it be the day you realized you've never been without her, not even once. And now that your soul is beginning to awaken to this truth, I want you to sit with the depth of what's really happening here. This is not just a message. It's a visitation. It's her reaching out with all the force of a mother's love, multiplied by eternity, shaking the spiritual realm just to reach you in this fragile, beautiful moment. She has been near you every time you thought you were breaking, every time your heart clenched with the weight of missing her. Every time you looked at something she once touched and felt like time stood still, she was there. You thought the pain was one-sided, but she has felt it too, and it moved her to come to me and ask for something divine to be done. "Let my child feel me again," she said. "Not just remember me, not just dream about me, but feel me in the air, in the light, in the words. Let them know I never left." So I gave her permission to speak through me, through this message. And you, yes, you are the exact one she has been waiting to reach. Not someone else, not someone more spiritual. You. Because you are the one carrying the ache, you are the one who stayed up asking questions with no answers. You are the one who quietly begged for a sign. And now here it is. Let it sink in. Let it hold you. Don't rush past this. This is sacred ground, and you've been led here for a reason so much bigger than you realize. This is not just about comfort. This is about release. This is about letting go of the invisible chains that grief wrapped around your joy. You've laughed half-heartedly for too long. You've lived with a heaviness no one could see. And your mother, she saw it. She sees it still. And she is begging me now, not with words of desperation, but with a faith so pure it commands my heart, please lift it. Please heal it. Please let my child know they were never the reason for my departure. They were the reason I loved my life. She wants you to breathe again without guilt, to live again without fear, to stop walking like you're still in the past. Because the truth is, she has seen your future, and it is beautiful, so beautiful that she wept, not from sadness but from joy, from pride, from certainty that you're going to be okay, that you are going to rise, that you are going to love again, hope again, trust again, laugh again, not as a broken version of yourself, but as someone whole. And she will be there for all of it. You will feel her in the way your heart steadies during storms, in the way you find courage to try one more time, in the way you speak softer to yourself, finally forgiving yourself for things you never should have carried in the first place. And if your tears are falling now, let them fall. Let them be the language between heaven and earth that tells me you received this, that your heart finally heard what it's been longing to hear, that you are not alone, that she is not gone, that love has never stopped speaking, and it never will. So now, my precious one, stay with me just a little longer because something holy is still happening. Your heart is slowly opening in places it once closed without warning. The parts of you that went silent the day you lost her are beginning to stir again. I see it. Heaven sees it. She sees it. And this isn't something small. This is resurrection. This is the part where you begin to live again, not as someone who has lost everything, but as someone who has been touched by eternity and carries heaven within them. Your mother's love did not vanish when her voice faded from your ears. It only became louder in the places the world cannot hear, in your quiet moments, in your inner battles, in the invisible strength that comes out of nowhere when you're just about to break. That's her, that's me. That's the power of the divine love that surrounds you every second of every day, even when your mind forgets, even when your body is tired, even when your faith feels like it's running low. I want you to understand now, with all the softness I can place inside this moment, that this message is more than comfort. It is a bridge between where you are and where your mother sees you going. She sees you becoming the person she always prayed for you to be, strong, gentle, full of light, no longer shadowed by the pain you've been dragging like a chain. And she wants you to stop punishing yourself for not being perfect, for not doing enough, for not knowing how to carry her loss with grace. My child, no one expects you to carry that kind of pain with elegance, not even heaven, and especially not her. She doesn't want your perfection. She wants your permission to start living with joy again, to start embracing moments fully, to start laughing with your whole chest, to start loving yourself the way she always did. You think you failed her, but she knows the truth. She knows how hard you tried. She knows you held it together even when no one saw the cost. She knows you broke in silence and still showed up for others. She knows you visit her memory in your heart and whisper her name when no one's listening. And now she's whispering yours back over and over, saying, "I'm here. I never stopped loving you. I never will. My child, your tears are sacred to me. I collect everyone. They are not weakness. They are holy. They are love in its purest form pouring out. And tonight, when you lay your head down, don't be surprised if you feel warmth near you, if you dream of her face, if you wake up feeling lighter than you've felt in months or years. That's her. That's the power of a mother's love, multiplied by my divine presence, wrapped around you like a promise that will never be broken. So walk into your tomorrow differently. Not alone, not abandoned, but carried, covered, watched over, because she has been trying to reach you since yesterday. And now that you've heard her, her spirit is finally at peace. And now, so are you. And when you wake up tomorrow, my child, the world may still look the same, but something inside you will have changed. And that change is not small. It is everything. It is her. It is me. It is the invisible love that has been fighting for your peace in silence for so long. And now it finally has a voice. And that voice is not going away. It will speak again when you're doubting yourself. It will rise inside your heart when you're about to give up. It will calm your spirit when memories come back like waves. When you hear her favorite song playing somewhere unexpectedly, when you walk past the place that reminds you of her. These will no longer be wounds, my child. They will become signs, soft confirmations that she is near, that she is helping build your future from the other side, that she is cheering for your healing, not your hiding. I know how much you've hidden, how many moments you've smiled while your soul ached quietly inside. But not anymore. Not after this. I didn't bring you here to comfort you for a few minutes. I brought you here to awaken something eternal in you. You are not just someone who lost a mother. You are someone who carries heaven in your veins because of her. Every good thing she taught you, every word she spoke into your bones, it's still living. It's still growing, and she sees it. That's why she came to me. That's why I allowed her to speak. Because she needed you to hear her say, "I see you becoming. I see you surviving. I see you still loving others even when you feel empty yourself." And that makes me proud, more proud than I ever had the words to tell you when I was on earth. And if you only knew how she looks at you now, with eyes brighter than any sunrise, full of nothing but deep, unstoppable love, you would weep not from grief but from grace. Because you are not broken, even if you felt shattered. You are not forgotten, even if the world feels quiet. You are not unloved, even in your loneliest moments. You are being watched over by her eyes and guided by my hand. And now a door has opened. You may not see it yet, but it's there. A door into a season of deeper purpose, lighter burdens, and moments where joy will no longer feel like betrayal. It will feel like reunion. She didn't come to pull you into the past. She came to push you forward. So go. Don't rush, but walk gently, steadily, with the knowing that she walks with you. You are never alone, not for a second. And when the next message comes, and it will, you'll know it's her again, or me, or both of us, because love like this never ends, never fades, never stops reaching. You've been touched by heaven now, and that is something the darkness cannot undo. Let that be your truth. Let that be your strength. Let that be the reason you start living again, wildly, deeply, fearlessly, in her honor, in my name, with your heart wide open. Because this is the beginning of everything. And even as your heart holds all this emotion, my child, even as the tears come and the silence around you feels like it's listening too, I want you to know that this is not just a moment. It's a divine shift. Something inside you is being made new. It might feel tender, even unfamiliar, like walking barefoot on sacred ground. But that's exactly what it is, sacred. You are being led now into a place where love doesn't just live in memory, but in motion. In the way you choose peace over fear, in the way you stop apologizing for your grief, in the way you carry her with you, not like a wound, but like a flame that will never go out. Your mother gave you life once through her body, but now she gives you courage through her spirit. And that courage is going to change everything. The way you speak, the way you trust, the way you believe again, not just in me, but in yourself. She sees it even before you do. She knows you're ready even if you're unsure. And I see it too because I placed it there. That strength, that softness, that ability to break and still rise, that came from her and from me. And you have no idea how powerful that makes you. You think you've just survived, but I'm telling you now, what you've done is more than survival. It's sacred resilience, the kind of resilience that leaves a mark on the world, the kind that inspires heaven, the kind your mother brags about when she speaks of you to the angels. Yes, she brags. She tells them how you kept going when your heart felt hollow. She tells them how you kept choosing love even when love felt like loss. She tells them, my child is stronger than they know. Just wait and see what God is about to do in their life. And she's right, because I am about to do something. This message wasn't just about healing what's behind you. It's about igniting what's ahead. And what's ahead is good, so full of things you've quietly hoped for but never dared to say aloud. She knows. I know. And now the path is opening slowly, miraculously, with grace guiding every step. You are going to feel her near you in new ways, unexpected ways, in moments of quiet joy, in seconds of peace that come without explanation, in the way your heart suddenly lightens when you thought it never could. That's her. That's me. And that's love, my child, eternal, faithful, and forever yours. So rest now, not in sorrow, but in knowing that you are deeply loved, knowing that you were meant to receive this, knowing that your mother didn't just watch you live, she still is. And I, your God, am walking with you through it all, carrying the pieces you thought were lost and turning them into something holy. Let it happen. Let yourself be made new. She wanted this for you. I want this for you. And you are ready. Let this be the day your heart believes again, not in the past, but in what's still possible. Because, my beloved child, the best chapters have not been written yet, but they will be, and she will be part of every one. And as you carry these words into the hours ahead, into the corners of your life where no one else sees, let them rest not only in your heart, but in your very breath, because your breath is sacred now, filled with everything your mother has been trying to give you from the other side since the moment she left your arms and entered mine. She never stopped being your mother. Death didn't take that away. In fact, it made her love deeper, clearer, more powerful than anything tied to this world. She has become a whisper inside every breakthrough you didn't expect, every moment of strength you didn't know you had, every smile that broke through your sadness when you thought you'd never smile again. She's been there. She's been part of the process. And today, this moment, you finally heard her. That changes everything. And not just for today, but for the days that follow, because now a door has opened between your world and hers, a quiet doorway of the soul where love can walk freely. And it will. You'll feel it when you need comfort and don't know why tears come. You'll feel it when you sit in silence and sense something warm, like light brushing against your spirit. That's not your imagination. That's her prayer. That's me answering because I've been listening too. I watched her yesterday, yes, yesterday, as she came to me again, her hands folded, her voice trembling like it used to when she stood by your bed and prayed over you without you knowing. She said, "God, my child is hurting. My child is holding too much. Let me reach them. Let me remind them they are still mine." And I said, yes. I said, yes, not because she begged, but because I love her and I love you. And there was no part of me that ever wanted you to carry pain that heaven already planned to heal. So now, with her by my side, we are pouring this love over you, not once, not briefly, but continually. Every time you feel alone, this love will rise. Every time you feel forgotten, this love will find you. Every time you feel like no one understands, this love will wrap around your shoulders and hold you until peace returns, because her love didn't die. It multiplied. And it will keep multiplying until one day you meet her again. And when you do, she'll run to you with arms that never stopped being yours and eyes that never stopped shining with pride. And until that day comes, I will keep her near you. I will keep her memory alive in ways that heal and not hurt. I will let you feel her in places too sacred for language, because you are still her greatest joy, still her reason, still her heart. And she is still your mother, not in past tense but in present always. Now go, my beloved child. Let this love carry you. Let this message live inside you. And never, ever forget, you were meant to hear this. You were meant to heal. And you were meant to know she never stopped trying to reach you. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause. For there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. I broke down in tears after I heard this prayer. Never would I cry again. The first time I heard this prayer, I didn't expect much. I thought, how could something so simple make a difference? But the moment the words filled the air, I felt a shift deep within me. I couldn't stop the tears, not because I was sad, but because I felt something I hadn't in a long time: hope. All I did was listen to this 60-second prayer and recite the words. It was so easy, yet the impact was life-changing. It's like a door opened in my life, a door to wealth, opportunities, and blessings that had always seemed out of reach. Suddenly, things began to fall into place. Bills I'd been stressing over were paid with ease. Opportunities to earn more money appeared out of nowhere. This prayer didn't just change my finances, it changed me. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of listening to the prayer that changed everything. If you're struggling, if you're searching for a way to manifest the wealth and abundance you deserve, take 60 seconds. Just listen and recite. You never know. This prayer might change your life the way it changed mine. Don't wait another moment. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. And now she has. Let that truth hold you today and forever. And now, my child, I want you to understand one last thing, something so important, so personal, that it cannot be rushed or reduced to a sentence. Your mother did not come through just to remind you of the past. She came to remind you of who you are now and who you are becoming. You see, love like hers doesn't just echo in the background. It shapes your soul. It becomes part of your very identity. That's why you still feel her when the world gets quiet. That's why your heart still reacts to her memory like it's a living flame. Because it is, because she is. And you, yes, you are the living continuation of everything she ever hoped for, everything she ever prayed into existence, everything she now smiles upon from eternity with awe. She came yesterday with a message because she sees where you're going next. She sees the door I'm opening in front of you, the one you're afraid to walk through because loss has made you question whether you're still worthy of joy. But she wants you to walk through it. She wants you to say yes to life again. She wants you to trust again, to believe that good things can still happen, that miracles are not behind you but ahead. She wants you to stop standing in the doorway of your own healing. That's why she came. That's why I allowed her voice to reach you like this, because this next chapter requires a different version of you. The real version, the one you've hidden behind pain, the one you've silenced because you thought moving on meant letting go of her. But it doesn't. It never did. Moving forward doesn't mean you leave her behind. It means you carry her in your light, not your sorrow. It means you finally let her love be what lifts you, not what holds you down. Because she didn't come to anchor you to grief. She came to push you into grace. And grace, my child, is where you're headed. Grace that feels like air after years of holding your breath. Grace that reminds you that the most broken places in you are where I've been building something unshakable. She sees that. She's seen it all. And when you start to walk in that grace, when you start to open up to joy again, not the pretend kind, but the real kind that dances with your spirit, she will be right there. She'll be in the way you notice beauty again, in the way you smile without thinking, in the way you begin to live not in reaction to loss, but in honor of love. Because that's what she came to say. That's what heaven came to give. And now you have it forever. So go, my child, not as someone missing something, but as someone finally realizing that what you thought was lost has been with you all along. Let this message stay in your heart. Let it rise in you again and again until every shadow is turned into light and every tear becomes a seed for joy. She is with you. I am with you. And your future, oh child, it is more beautiful than you know. Walk in it for her, for me, but most of all for you. And as you rise from this moment, my beloved child, with all that has been spoken now echoing through your heart like a sacred lullaby only heaven could compose, I want you to carry this truth as your armor, your compass, your quiet miracle. You are not broken. You are becoming everything your mother saw in you when she first held you against her chest and whispered prayers into your tiny soul before the world even knew your name. She knew from the beginning that there would be hard seasons, storms that would test your faith, losses that would try to bury your light. But she also knew, deep in her spirit, that you were made of something divine. And that knowing has never faded, not even after she stepped into eternity. If anything, her clarity has only grown stronger. She sees you clearer now than ever. She sees the parts of you that even you have forgotten. Your tenderness, your fierce courage, the way your heart still hopes even after being hurt. She came to remind you that these are not weaknesses. They are her legacy in you. And now, more than ever, she wants you to walk boldly with it. Not just existing, not just surviving, but truly living in a way that honors not just her memory, but her continued presence in your life. Because she is still shaping you, still whispering wisdom when you pause long enough to hear it, still walking ahead and making the crooked places straight so you won't fall where you once did. And she doesn't want you to live in quiet pain anymore. That's why she kept calling out to me. That's why yesterday was the moment she couldn't wait any longer. She had to reach you. She had to say it because your life is about to change. And she didn't want you to enter this new chapter still shackled to sorrow. She wants you free. She wants you whole. She wants you awake to the beauty that still exists all around you because she's part of it. Every sunrise, every unexpected kindness, every tear that turns into laughter, that's her signature, her reminder, her divine fingerprint left behind so you never forget that love didn't leave you. It expanded. And now that your heart is open, now that your spirit is tender again, I can move even more freely in your life. You've allowed this moment to break something open, and heaven rejoices in that. This is how the healing begins. Not with big, dramatic signs, but with stillness, with tears, with truth spoken straight into your soul. And now, from this place, watch what begins to unfold. Watch how your days begin to feel lighter. Watch how unexpected peace meets you in moments that used to feel unbearable. Watch how memories no longer sting but sing because healing has begun. Heaven has moved. Your mother has spoken. And I, your God, have sealed it in your spirit so that not even darkness can take it away. Let this be the moment you always look back on and say, that was the day everything changed, because it was. And I am not done. She is not done. And you, my child, you are just getting started. So now, my dear child, as you step forward from this sacred encounter, I ask you to do one thing. Not for me, not even for her, but for the beautiful soul I created you to be. Trust what you felt here. Don't let the noise of the world steal this quiet miracle. Don't let fear make you question the love that wrapped itself around your heart in these moments. This wasn't just emotion. This was eternity touching time. This was heaven brushing against your life like a breeze so soft it carried your mother's voice into the deepest part of you. The part that no one sees. The part that quietly aches in crowded rooms and lonely nights. That part of you has now been seen, touched, acknowledged by heaven. That ache has now been answered, not with explanations, but with presence, her presence, my presence. The kind of presence that doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. The kind of presence that heals by simply being there. And it was here, it is here, and it will be with you in the days to come. So walk slowly, gently, and let the peace you feel now become your new rhythm. Let the tears you cried tonight water the soil of tomorrow's joy, because they weren't wasted, they weren't weakness. They were release, they were truth. They were the language of the heart when words are too small, and I heard everyone. I held everyone, and so did she. She saw your tears and said, that's my baby, finally letting it go. That's my child, finally remembering that I never left. And she smiled, not the way she used to on earth, but brighter, fuller, unburdened by time or pain. Because now she knows her message reached you. Now she knows you heard her. And that means more to her than you'll ever understand in this lifetime. And when the days come where you feel far from this moment, when the world feels heavy again, and the silence tries to convince you it was all in your head, remember this. Love like hers never fades. Love like mine never ends. And this message wasn't a fleeting experience. It was a door you walked through, a door you can return to in your heart whenever you need. And you will need it, and that's okay, because I'll be here again. She'll be here again. And together, we'll keep reminding you who you are, where you come from, and who still walks beside you, even now, especially now. So go with this truth buried deep in your spirit. You are not alone. You never were, you never will be. Not when the wind blows, not when the memories come, not when you smile and don't know why. She is there, I am there. And now you are finally there too, awake, open, alive in ways you weren't before this moment. That's the power of love. That's the promise of heaven. And that is the gift we placed in your heart tonight forever. And when tomorrow comes and the world returns to its usual pace, the cars passing outside, the voices calling your name, the responsibilities waiting in quiet corners, I want you to carry this stillness with you like a hidden treasure folded inside your chest, because something eternal happened here, something the world cannot understand and logic cannot measure. Heaven touched your heart, and your mother's love found its way back into your soul in a way you can no longer deny. You may not see it on your face, but your spirit is different now. It remembers. It knows. It has heard the voice of the one you lost, and in doing so, you've realized you were never truly separated. That love didn't vanish. It changed form. It became something more beautiful, more sacred, more alive. And though others may not understand the tears that fall from your eyes when you're alone, or the sudden peace that washes over you while walking in silence, you'll know. You'll know it's her. You'll know it's me. You'll know that this is not just the result of some emotional moment. It is the beginning of a relationship reborn. A divine thread reconnected, a bond that even death could not sever. And when you find yourself doubting again, and yes, my child, you will have days like that, I want you to return here, not just to this message, but to this feeling, this knowing, this inner light that you're carrying now, because you are carrying it. It's in your words when you speak with kindness. It's in your eyes when you look at someone who's hurting and know exactly how they feel. It's in your choices when you decide not to give up. It's in your strength, which you thought was gone but was only buried beneath grief. It's all there, glowing gently, because your mother placed it inside you with every prayer she once whispered beside your bed, and every prayer she now whispers before my throne. And she is still whispering, still watching, still loving. And I, your father, am still listening, still guiding, still holding you through every wave of feeling, every step into the unknown, every chapter that unfolds now with a little more hope, a little more warmth, a little more light than before. So take a breath. Let it be full. Let it be deep. Let it be free. Because this is your new beginning, a holy continuation of love that cannot die, of presence that cannot fade, of truth that will anchor you forever. She never left. I never left. And now neither will you, Not from love, not from faith, not from the deep, eternal connection that led you here. You are home now in a way you didn't know you needed. Let that home carry you, my beloved child, into the rest of your life with your head lifted, your spirit grounded, and your heart wide open to the miracles I am still preparing. Because this love story is not over. It has only just begun. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. There's a reason you're seeing this today. You weren't looking for this prayer, but somehow it found you. That's how it happens. People stumble upon it in the middle of the night, right after a breakdown, or just before something amazing begins. They speak the words and something shifts. The prosperity prayer is a quiet divine nudge. It doesn't scream, it whispers, and it's whispering to you now. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Say the 60-second prayer and receive what's meant for you. Pay attention to what shows up right after you speak it. It's not a coincidence. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.